And it wouldn't go, and now a whistle and a foul. And I think that's going to go against.
That's going on Gavin Turner, one of the littlest guys on the court, trying to get his position on everyone, and gave a little push. He didn't really need to, though, because his teammate had the rebound pretty secure before he made the push.
Almost every foul, they look up and say, oh, I didn't see that. Now Beard turns around, puts it up and in. Beard with 6 points here in the quarter.
And he's going to probably need a couple more in the second half in order for Ben Lomond to stay in this.
Ordina over on the left side to Fisher. And it's another three-pointer, his third of the game. A 5-point lead back for Morgan.
Yeah, once Fisher gets going, it's going to be hard to stop.
Now, shot down the barrel, long three-point shot by Williams is a little bit short. That ends our first half action. It's 23 for Morgan, 18 for Ben Lomond. We'll take a break, and we'll come back with Brad James stats, and we'll get the expert analysis from Cole Weisinger, what he saw in the first half.
I can't wait.
We'll be back.
And ladies and gentlemen, for your halftime performance, please welcome the Morgan Dance Team. The Morgan High Dance Team. The Deseret News sponsors the team trophies for all UHSA championships. The Deseret News awards presentation will be held on the court at the D Event Center following the state championship game. And stats and standings are available at maxpreps.com, the official stats partner of the UHSAA. Today's event is being streamed live online by KSL Sports. Visit kslsports.com to watch USAA Championship events. KSL Sports, the streaming home of the UHSAA. Agraria Insurance is a proud sponsor of the Utah High School Activities Association. For more information, visit fumic.org. And thank you to Agraria Insurance for your support of high school activities in Utah. McDonald's is a proud sponsor of the Utah High School Activities Association. Download the McDonald's app today and potentially score some free McDonald's every time you use the app. And thank you to McDonald's.
Okay, welcome back here. Halftime. Consolation game for 5th and 6th place in the boys 3A, where Morgan is leading Ben Lomond, a team that beat them twice during the regular season. Both of them very competitive games.
This one no different.
Morgan ahead 23-18. And we do have some stats from Brad James. You want to go through those stats?
Thank you, Brad. So the one that jumps out to me, and it's something that we saw even just before we got to look at the sheet, but it's always nice when stats back you up what you thought. You look at Josh Criddle with 8 total rebounds, 4 offensive boards, 4 defensive boards. They're continuing offensive possessions, and he himself is only 4 rebounds away from out-rebounding the entire Scots team. And so he is doing a great job keeping things going for Morgan down low. I think that's the key is going to be how Ben Lomond responds, keeping shooters on the floor and being able to match up with his size at the same time.
One other thing that jumps at me is that Morgan is 5 for 14 from the three-point line, 2 for 15 for Ben Lomond. So Ben Lomond shot one more three-point shot, and yet Morgan has made 3 more three-point baskets.
Yeah, a couple of their really good shooters, Preston Williams and Kakoa Beard, are 0 for 3 from behind the arc. And Kakoa Beard, who a fantastic shooter, has taken a couple from a little bit too far behind the arc. He needs to just step up, get into his normal rhythm, and make some shots here in the second half.
Overall shooting's about even. Morgan shooting 36% at 9 for 25. And Ben Lomond 7 for 23 for 30%. And turnovers 8 to 7, 8 for Ben Lomond. And assists, Ben Lomond has 1 more assist at 6 to 5 for Morgan.
And that's their game. Ben Lomond moves it around. Total to the points scorers here, Alex Fisher with 3 threes is your leading scorer with 9 points. Also for the Trojans, you have Josh Criddle with 6, Ordania with 3, Harris with 3, and Luke Olson with 2. That gets you to 23. And for the Ben Lomond Fighting Scots, Caleb Alexander, 8 points, Kakoa Beard 6, Preston Williams 4. All told, that is 18 points. You have a halftime score of 23 to 18 with a second half action coming up next.
And just other games coming on today on the boys bracket at 2 o'clock. Juan Diego Mantine. That should be a fun ball game. And then the state championship, Layton Christian, Grantsville at 7 o'clock back at the D Event Center. Who do you like in that game?
Boy, Grantsville surprised a lot of people here that we work with the way that they handled Manti. And so they earned their spot in that championship game. But I do think LCA just has too much size for Grantsville to be able to match up. They have a couple of those squirrely little shooters that can get around and get space. But as soon as LCA kind of pulls it out on them, I think they'll be able to pull away with it.
I'm taking an upset tonight.
I love it. I've always liked the upset.
Cole, on the girls bracket, Emory, very impressive this morning. 62-42. They took 5th place. Grantsville took 6th over Grantsville. Then have Morgan, Layton Christian coming up right after this game on the girls' side. And then Judge and Richfield at 5 o'clock back at the D Event Center. Who do you like in that game? I already know what you're going to say.
Here's the thing. The 1 seeds are 1 seeds for a reason. I picked LCA, and I'm going to pick Judge as well.
Oh, I'm bleeding here.
But the man wearing the Richfield shirt, I'm sure he's going to have different opinions on the matter.
I'm taking Richfield. No question on that.
We'll see what happens. It's going to be a good game, and Richfield's going to give him a fight.
I do think it'll be a good game. We appreciate Barrett Hilton giving us that. Brad James for the stats. All our camera people want to give credit to Joe Williams, Adam Coombs, McKay Baker. And it takes so much to do all this production. Underway here. Ben Lomond with the basketball. Morgan with the lead.
Jake East picked up 2 quick fouls for Ben Lomond. That's why he wasn't on the court for a lot, but he's back posting up down low to match up on Criddle. That's the matchup I'm watching in the second half.
3-point shot here to start the second half by Turner's up. And no, that was Harris, was no good. And now Morgan almost throws it back court. And the dribble drive down the center of the lane's up by Harris, no good. The rebound down to the Fighting Scots. Beard with it. Quickly in the forecourt. Have you noticed one thing different about this court, Cole?
There is only 1 3-point line.
Yeah, and it's also much shorter. It's not the college length.
Yeah, it's not just tape on the court like they did for us up in Weber. Weber's been such a wonderful host.
Yeah, terrific. College courts and a lot of high schools have gone to it. 3-point shot up by Alexander. A little short. Down underneath. Fisher shots up, and it goes up and in.
That's your leading scorer for Morgan, adding 2 more.
11 points. But the length of the court's different. All courts, most of them have volleyball lines on them. And now Ben Lomond gets it to Beard, top of the arch. Beard will back it out. Against this 3-2 zone defense. You can call it a 1-2-2, but it's really a 3-2.
Yeah, they're playing it as 3-2.
They give it to Harris on the right side of the foul line. 3-point shots off the rim. Just wouldn't go. We're going to have a rebound foul. As Olsen came down the rebound for Morgan, and he was bumped.
Yeah, Caleb Alexander picks up his first foul down low.
I don't mind those kind of fouls because you're going hard for the ball.
Right.
As a coach, I think you kind of like the effort trying to get the rebound.
Yeah, and Alexander isn't one that normally gets into foul trouble, so that's no problem.
Ordania to Harris. Aid's 3-point shot on the left arch. Up, no good, and now we're going to have a rebound foul called, I think, on Ben Lomond.
Yeah, Ben Lomond has 2 guys both trying to go up around Criddle, and they do pick up the foul. And
they called it on Beard.
Coach Beard is arguing a little bit, but
those are kind of fouls that are just tough luck fouls.
Yeah.
3-point shot by Ordina is up, rims in and out, no good. The ball's tipped up and brought down by Williams of Ben Lomond.
Pinballed around a while, but Preston Williams ends up in the right place at the right time.
Gives it back to Kakoa. To Williams, back underneath the Beard. Back to Preston. Oh, and a great pass underneath it. They just couldn't finish. Harris had a good look at it.
Criddle might have gotten a piece of it before Whitty went up.
Morgan up by 7, their large lead, and they have the ball. Now 3-point shot up by Fisher, no good. And Preston comes up with the rebound, and as he falls down, he keeps dribbling to avoid the travel.
There were a couple fans that had a worse vantage point than us that started moving those arms like it was traveling, but he was dribbling. That's a good move.
Kakoa Beard with it, top of the arch. Steps back, thought about a 3-point shot.
He's always thinking about a 3-point shot.
Over on the left arch. Comes back to Preston.
I'm a little surprised Preston wasn't thinking 3 at that point either. Straight dead away.
Alexander didn't want to shoot it. Now 3-point shot by Beard on the left side is up. No good. A fight for the rebound. And Jake East comes down with it. And there's going to be a foul called on Morgan.
We see a substitution. Gavin Turner getting into the game early again in the second half.
Oh, not an out-of-bounds play. Ben Lomond gets it into Harris. Trenton is fouled. I believe he's going to go to the foul line to shoot 2. I said that was Harris. That was Whitty.
Yeah, Chauncey Whitty just all one motion, catches, starts going up, and gets fouled on his way.
And Whitty gets his name in the scorebook here with his first points. Becomes the 4th different Ben Lomond player to score in this ball game. Beard with 6, Williams with 4, 8 by Alexander. And now Whitty with 2.
And all 4 of those scores are on the court right now, down by 5. You need some more scoring.
Full court pressure. I've seen 3-quarter court, but rarely full court. And now the ball is deflected. I thought it was kicked, but official right there said that was not intentional.
Right. Morgan looked like he just aimed it right at Jake East's foot. He didn't move his foot, which means he didn't kick it, right?
That's correct. And 3-point shot on the right baseline by Fisher. Ooh. Alex couldn't get it to go, and now you said, ooh, what are you seeing?
Well, I thought that went off of Preston, but must have bounced off of a Morgan player first.
You thought it went off Williams of Ben Lomond.
I did.
We're looking at the replay here.
Oh, yeah, it's
Thank Barrett Hilton for his production on giving us a replay there.
good stuff. Yeah, Elijah Bailey might have just tapped it a little bit.
Beard spins around at the foul line. He says, I'm open, I'll shoot it. He has 8 points now, and the lead is down to just 3. It was 7. Along the left baseline is Olsen. Olsen being pressured by
Beard
Beard.
is harassing him. What good defense.
Back to Olsen. He puts it up and in. 4 points for Luke Olsen.
Beard is monitoring the perimeter, but once a guy sneaks down low, you need your help down low to take care of it.
He was all alone for a little bit. Alexander on the right arch gives it underneath to Whitty. Whitty's jump shot through the lane won't go. It's out of bounds. Back in for the Fighting Scots, right underneath their own basket. Cole Weisinger, Rick Robinson bringing you this action today on Centercom and ETV. We appreciate being able to be a part of the team.
Inbound it.
And Beard could have gone in back court. As long as he didn't touch it in forecourt.
Right.
Beard. Top of the arch. Alexander's up and good. Caleb Alexander with 11 points.
Still running this full court with Beard at the point of it.
Ordina with it for the Trojans. Gives it to Olsen on the left baseline. Comes back to Fisher, top of the arch. And trying to lob it underneath, taken away by Caleb Alexander.
Criddle has size, but you got to get the pass up to use it.
Gives it to Beard. Back to Alexander for the lead. Yes! Alexander!
That's a dead-eye shot in a clutch situation.
And it's 28-27. Ben Lomond on the 5th lead change we've had.
Gavin Turner was being harassed, and they called timeout.
2:01 to go here in the third quarter. We'll take a timeout with the Fighting Scots up by 1. They've just come back to take the lead. Morgan does have the basketball.
At MTCC, we're more than just internet people. We're the connecting your life people. For the past 114 years, MTCC has been the local industry leader in connecting people and businesses by providing professional service with the best options in technology. If you need phone, TV, or internet service for your home or business, come see the experts at MTCC. Call or text us today at 435-835-2929. MTCC, connecting your life since 1907.
Cole Weisinger. I almost called you Wiseman.
That's all right.
And Rick
I know
Robinson.
who you are, Rick.
Well, I know who you are too. Dribble drive along the baseline, and they're going to have a foul called.
That'll be Jake East's 3rd, I believe.
So Morgan down by 1. They've led the whole second half till just barely. See how they respond to falling behind by 1 point. Back to Ordina. Top of the arch. Harris, 3-point shots up and good. Aiden Harris with 2 3-pointers in this game.
Aiden's had a couple of those where he just stands at the top of the arc, waits for the ball, and pops some shots.
That will be our 6th lead change, second one here in the second half. And the Fighting Scots with the ball. Looking at this Trojan defense. They're going underneath the Beard. Beard goes out to the right side. 3-point shot for the lead. It won't go.
Man, Beard is just, he's doing all he can, but he's just running into bigger guys whenever he goes down there.
Jake East had a good look on the right arch. Just wouldn't go.
Beard is relentless.
Putting a three-quarter court, trying to put a trap on there, but Morgan quickly brings it into forecourt. Harris on the left side. His pass is taken away. Whitty with the shot up and good.
Good switch to the left hand there, right when he needed to.
Chauncey Whitty, who did not score in the first half, has 4 points here in the third quarter. And I believe they're going to call a kick.
Yeah, we see on the replay, Whitty goes up and then good defense. I mean, Harris, right after losing it, just follows him all the way, but Whitty makes the play.
It's our second tie of the ball game. We were tied at 16. Now we're tied at 30, despite having the 6 lead changes.
Now less than a minute to go in the third quarter.
And now the pass is going to be thrown in the backcourt. Be a backcourt violation. And you got to love Harris over here. He looks over his coach, says that ball was deflected, but none of us saw a deflection.
Whitty almost stole it away from him, but Whitty couldn't even get to it because it was going so far back.
Ben Lomond trying to regain the lead after they just fallen behind. Alexander at the foul line. Coronado along the baseline. His floater's up, and it wouldn't go, tipped up once. Fight for the ball. I'll tell you, there's a mad scramble down there.
And it's Gavin that comes away with it. Morgan just running the other way.
Aiden Harris with it. Gets over to Turner at the foul line. Shots up and good by Luke Olson at the buzzer. And we've got 3 quarters in the book. It's been a lot of fun. Morgan 32, Ben Lomond 30. We'll be back for the final 8 minutes.
Hi, I'm Dustin Shakespeare, the Central Region Pathways Coordinator. Do you know what pathways are offered at your high school that connect with Snow College? Students enrolled in career technical education courses can develop valuable real-world technical skills and a strong academic foundation. Over 630 students completed CTE pathways last year in the Central Utah region. Our 35 pathways empower students to explore career options, pursue what they are passionate about, and earn valuable industry certifications. To learn more about these career pathways, talk to your CTE teachers and school counselors today.
Centricom believes the service relationship continues long after installation, and we're available to support you every step of the way. That's why if there is a problem with our equipment, a service visit from us means no cost to you. We know the value of a satisfied customer, so if you refer us to a friend, we'll take care of them and you'll get 1 month of service free. We promise to make your experience the best it can be. Centricom, keeping you connected.
All right, welcome back here. Morgan with the ball as we start the fourth quarter. They enjoy a 2-point lead in a game that's had 6 lead changes, 2 ties. We were last tied at 30.
Just a fun back and forth game, back in the high school venue away from Weber. What more could you ask for?
Now, Olsen back to Ordinia for the lead. Oh, they still had it. I mean, for a 5-point lead, Ordinia drills it.
Extend it a little bit.
6 points for Ordinia. Now Coronado for 3. Oh, he was right near the out-of-bounds line.
That's how you answer.
His first 3 points. The first points off the bench. And at the foul line, up and good by Luke Olson. Olson had 2 points at halftime, and he's come out. He now has 8 points. Coronado for 3. Oh, just a little bit long.
Just a heat check. He hit a miraculous one the last time down the court, and that one just way off.
And Beard comes up with the steal, but they're going to call a foul, which would be. And is that his 4th?
Neither team is in particular foul trouble. Haven't seen a lot of foul shots. Fairly clean game.
Ordinia, top of the arch. Over to Fisher for 3. Off the rim, no good. The rebound comes down to Olson, and Ordinia has a shot blocked. in the middle by Preston Williams. Back over left side, 3-point shots up by Bailey. And his shot's no good. Elijah Bailey had a good look at it.
Morgan retained a lot of possession there, but eventually a foul bails Ben Lomond out. They just couldn't get their hands on the basketball, whether it's offensive rebounds or running after it as it's about to go out of bounds. Ben Lomond's going to need to pick up the energy a little bit at the end of this game.
Preston Williams for the Fighting Scots. On the right arch. Looking to go underneath. He does. Turnaround shot is up and no good by Alexander.
Alexander had size on Kevin Turner. He could have backed him up a little bit more, but ended up fading away instead and comes up short.
Now, pass underneath to Criddle. The ball's on the court, and Criddle's going to draw a foul as he tried to get it back from Alexander, and there's a shoe on the court.
Yeah, Alexander lost his shoe, but he didn't lose the basketball. That's the important thing.
This was cat-like quick as he got in there and grabbed that ball. And then Criddle trying to get it back, kind of reached out and grabbed.
Yeah. It's a weird way to have your big man pick up a foul, but like we said, no one's particularly in foul trouble, so it's okay.
Ben Lomond down by 4. They have the ball here. Over on the left arch, 3-point shot is up, and no good by Harris. And the rebound that comes down to Morgan. Pass underneath to Criddle, back to Fisher. Fisher's floater through the lane is off the rim, and they're going to call a foul on Criddle. Criddle went up high to get the rebound, but he happened to be on top of a couple players.
High end over someone's back, which is a foul.
You got to love Criddle's work ethic. He just is relentless.
I mean, he'll go after every single rebound no matter what. And right now, with Luke Olson out of the game, he's that lone presence in the key.
Ben Lomond looking for some points here. Harris on the left side with the dribble, top of the arch, gives it back to Beard. Beard at the foul line, plants. It's short. Gets his own rebound. Gonna spin, goes up again. He's fouled. He's gonna get 2 foul shots.
Beard is 2 for 2 from the charity stripe already.
Has 8 points. He went out of the game early. You know, he's only played a couple minutes, then sat out for a little bit, but since then, he's played. His Beard gets 9 points now. 5 foul attempts for Ben Lomond in this game. And give them 6. And guess what they are from the foul line?
100%?
Yeah, they're 6 for 6.
That's good news.
I remember the game we had in the final couple minutes. They were 100% because it was 1 for 1 for both teams. You remember that?
I do. A lot of these tournament games can start blending together, but that was an interesting one.
37-35. Morgan with the 2-point lead in the ball. 4:38 to go. Oof. And we're going to have a foul underneath on Ben Lomond.
Angelo Gill gave him a little push, but Fisher's pass was hot coming in there, so he probably that's where it's sad, right? You never like to foul, but where you foul and you knew you didn't need to. Those ones hurt.
16 fouls on both teams. All the rest of the way will be shooting. Morgan set to inbound it. Looking to get it in, and they throw it in the backcourt, which they can do, but they do it more than throw it in the backcourt. They throw it out of bounds.
And it keeps rolling away. If Gavin Turner had been able to catch up to it, he'd be fine.
Now the ball goes back to where he threw it in bounds because it was not touched by anybody.
Refs are on top of this one.
Tournament's been well officiated.
I agree.
Ben Lomond with the basketball. Trying to go underneath to Beard. Beard shot for the tie. Rims in and out. No good. And the rebound comes down to Fisher of Morgan. Gives it to Ordinia. Back to Turner.
Yeah, turn around, Gavin. Got an open man. And he finds him, and he gets the 2.
And Bailey gets his first 2 points of the game. Beard trying to take over. Goes up. His shot's up. No good. A fight for the rebound. Brought down by Morgan. So Morgan with a 4-point lead in the ball. Just under 4 minutes to go in this ball game. Now floater along the baseline by Bailey against. No good, but the rebound underneath is by Criddle. He puts it in, and he's fouled.
Strong down low is Criddle. Look at the rebound. Fights for it. Flails around. Gets it, able to get it back up there.
Criddle with 8 points. He extends this lead to 6. Trying to move it to a game-high 7. And he does, which equals a game high. And I have that the second foul attempt of the ball game for Morgan.
Yeah, they've been able to build this lead without help from the line, but as we've said, Beard has been trying to take over. And
Beard for 3.
Been struggling down low, but found his spot outside.
How big was that shot? Cuts that 7-point lead down to 4. 3:20 to go. Morgan with the ball. Ben Lomond trying to put pressure. Morgan has spread it out. Fisher's going to go up the left-handed. Shot's not there. Rebound down to Kakoa Beard of Ben Lomond. He spins. He's open for 3. In and out. That was close.
The roof might have come off from the Ben Lomond fans if he had hit that one.
Trojans with the ball.
Gavin Turner keeps his balance as he runs all over the place.
Gives it back to Alex Fisher, and Morgan's going to take timeout. Timeout. The Trojans from Morgan, 42. The Scots from Ben Lomond, 38. The Trojans do have the ball. We'll be back.
Hi, I'm Dustin Shakespeare, the Central Region Pathways Coordinator. Do you know what pathways are offered at your high school that connect with Snow College? Students enrolled in career technical education courses can develop valuable real-world technical skills and a strong academic foundation. Over 630 students completed CTE pathways last year in the Central Utah region. Our 35 pathways empower students to explore career options, pursue what they are passionate about, and earn valuable industry certifications. To learn more about these career pathways, talk to your CTE teachers and school counselors today.
I'm a mom raising 4 kids, so I know what you're dealing with. Distractions during homework time, faces buried in devices at dinner, not to mention the tug of war to pry devices away from my kids when it's time to go to bed. So I looked everywhere to find a system that could help me with everything I need. A system I can trust. And I found it. It's called CentraGuard by Centracom. You can get started with taking back the internet by visiting Centracom.com right now. CentraGuard. Better family internet.
Foul line, the shot is off the rim. No good by Bailey. So Ben Lomond with 2 minutes to go, down by 4. At the foul line, the floater by Williams is no good. Saved in, picked up by Williams. It won't go. There's a fight for it, brought down by who else but Criddle.
Criddle is the man down low.
Couple good looks, just couldn't get it to go.
Now we start playing keep away again, but Criddle and Aaron pass that goes straight to Beard.
Beard gets it back to Williams on the right arch. Minute 29. At the foul line. Back over Alexander for 3. He hits it! We're within 1. Oh, what a shot.
leaning with it. Alexander sees it go down. We have a 1-point game.
Morgan does have the ball, 1:19 to go. They have a 1-point lead. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back with the final part of this one. It's a good one.
Hi, I'm Dustin Shakespeare, the Central Region Pathways Coordinator. Do you know what pathways are offered at your high school that connect with Snow College? Students enrolled in career technical education courses can develop valuable real-world technical skills and a strong academic foundation. Over 630 students completed CTE pathways last year in the Central Utah region. Our 35 pathways empower students to explore career options, pursue what they are passionate about, and earn valuable industry certifications. To learn more about these career pathways, talk to your CTE teachers and school counselors today.
All right, welcome back here. Morgan had a 7-point lead, stalling the ball. 2 3-pointers have cut this lead to 1 with 1:19 to go. And Alexander just drilled it. He has a game-high 17 points for Ben Lomond.
When they needed scoring, he's the one that has shown up, and their points behind the arc have helped them get right back into this.
Fisher with it. Oh, and Ben Lomond wanted to travel. Fisher for 3! Yes! Fisher for 3 for Morgan.
They're not sitting on a lead anymore. They are going to score, and it worked.
Oh, Fisher with 14 points. He was open. He took it, and it went in.
Another timeout. The teams gather themselves.
We're going to stay here for this one. Just a short
good.
break. What now has Ben Lomond got to do?
You got to answer. You're hitting threes. You've gotten 2 threes. Beard and then Alexander to get back to erase that large deficit.
They have 3 3-pointers in the fourth quarter, Ben Lomond does. 1 from Beard, 1 from Alexander, and 1 from Coronado.
And so I think it's got to be one of Alexander or Beard that gets an opportunity from behind the arc again. Again, it's only a 4-point lead. You could get there with 2 twos. But the way that Morgan's able to score on the other end.
Looking here at Brad James, and he keeps us in line here. His stats, we will have them post-game. And Williams set inbounded for the Fighting Scots. Gets it to Beard. 57 seconds to go. Down by 4. Alexander for 3. It wouldn't go. And a rebound down to Criddle. They throw it down to Fisher. Fisher's going to lay it up and in, and Morgan's in great shape.
Ooh. That was a long 3 that Alexander tried. Might have gotten a better one if they'd waited.
Williams, top of the arch, being pressured, and we're going to have timeout called by Ben Lomond.
Gavin Turner almost got it away from him before they could get that timeout off, but now it's a 6-point lead. Now there's 30 seconds to go.
We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with the final 37 seconds of this game.
At MTCC, we're more than just internet people. We're the connecting your life people. For the past 114 years, MTCC has been the local industry leader in connecting people and businesses by providing professional service with the best options in technology. If you need phone, TV, or internet service for your home or business, come see the experts at MTCC. Call or text us today at 435-835-2929. MTCC, connecting your life since 1907.
All right, Ben Lomond trying to get in bounds. They do get it into Alexander. Man-to-man defense here. 3-point shot on the right side. It wouldn't go, but Beard gets the rebound. And I think Beard was fouled.
I think so too. Jake East first looks around to see if he can get it to anyone else, but great clock awareness to just put it up. It came very close from the big man. Beard, though, right down low to get an effort rebound.
Beard with 13 points. And Chauncey Whitley comes back into the ball game for Ben Lomond. Whitty.
Inside Marcus Royster.
Foul shots up and good. Cuts the lead to 5, but boy, it'd have to be a miracle rally to come back on this one. I have seen things happen.
Both teams are in the bonus, and I think we're going to be playing the foul game going forward.
And now 15 points for Beard. Ball in the backcourt, 21 seconds to go. Ordina with the ball. Ordina through the line. Gets it underneath. The shot is up and no good, but rebounded underneath there by Bailey.
7-6.
And Morgan's going to get their first win of the season over Ben Lomond. They're going to claim 5th place.
It is hard to beat a team 3 times in a single season.
Well, when you're pretty evenly matched, there's probably some truth in that. Foul shots up and no good. And that ends the game. 47 for Morgan, 43 for Ben Lomond in what was a very entertaining ball game. And we're going to get some stats from Brad James here quickly. We'll go through those and then we'll be on our way. Congratulations to our Morgan Trojans as they'll claim 5th place. Ben Lomond 6th. 6th is not bad. 21 teams in 3A.
In this tournament, you won a couple, and you looked good doing it.
So out of 21 teams, 5th and 6th, and here's the final stats. You want to give those real quick?
Absolutely. Leading scorer in the entire game ends up being Caleb Alexander. He's the one that got a couple of those last shots for Ben Lomond to try to get him right back into it. 17 for him, 15 points for Kakoa Beard. Not so shabby either in his last game, the senior. 4 for Preston Williams, 4 for Chauncey Whitty, and 3 for Pharrell Coronado. Only 5 people showing up in the stat column for points from the Scots, getting you to 43. The Trojans just a little bit more, though, 47 points, led by Alex Fisher, and his 4 threes getting to 16 points. 9 for Josh Criddle, the man down low. Luke Olson, his fellow big man, got 8. And then 6 for Ordania, 6 for Harris, and 2 for Eli Bailey.
Want to give credit to Barrett Hilton for his great production work in this game. To our camera help, Joe Williams, Adam Coons, McKay Baker. I want to thank Greg Sterner, Tanner Wilkinson, Brad James, and I got to give credit to Doug Barton.
Absolutely.
Terrific for what he does,
Doug.
allows us to do this. And on the radio side of things, when he does things, Central Utah. But again, thanks to Barrett and to Cole Weisinger. Thank you for letting me broadcast with you. This will be our last broadcast together.
It will, and it's been a pleasure, Radio Rick. I got to meet you for the first time in this tournament, and even though it's only been 3 days, I feel like I've known you forever.
Yeah, it's been
wonderful.
Been way fun. And join us for the other games. The game coming up at hand will feature. It's got. Who do we have coming in this game?
Leighton Christian
and Morgan.
Women. And Morgan, the students don't need to go anywhere. The cheerleaders were pumping them up, and they get to stay on the court. Maybe flip sides for the women's bracket to decide the 3rd and 4th place teams over there.
We'll bid it good afternoon from us.